Yeah, how's it going, everybody? This is Jose Trujillo. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Let's see, let's get this clear. Okay, here we go. I got my Starbucks ready. Foam all the way to the top, just how I like it. Guys, today, being Friday, is Takeaway Friday. Let's take it away. Take away Friday. How's it going? Jose Quintero Art. Go check out Jose Quintero Art on Instagram. Stephen Ilse Castillo. How's it going, guys? Thank you so much for joining in. Today's Takeaway Friday. I am an artist. I call myself the world's greatest living artist just because I'm cool like that. My son told me not to be dabbing. That's over, but kind of want to do it. Dab. And I like to bring you guys new content, different content, fresh content, things that maybe other artists are not talking about. Not maybe, I know for a fact they're not talking about. Things that really, I believe, press the artist, and we need to address certain things about the art process, the artistic process, the art journey, right? Taking as a business as what it really is, and stop playing with it. Just what it is. What is it, right? Like if you sell something, just for the, let me rant right here, okay? If you sell something somewhere, I don't know, they're not gonna ask you, well, how do you feel about it? No, like, do it or don't do it, right? In art, we'll get too gushy, too, like, I don't know how I feel about it. No, dude, like, you gotta sell it. Don't sell it. Okay, exhibit it. If you don't want to be, maybe you want to wait to sell. You want to be one of those big New York artists or whatever, I don't know, whatever. One of those gallery or museum artists, right? Cool. Then figure out where else your income is going to come. Like, figure out what you're about. For me, I know I need to sell work, right? Because that's how I get my ball rolling. That's how things happen for me. That's how I take care of my family. I don't have the luxury to be like, I don't know, I don't feel like selling. Or maybe that's not, no, like if I don't do this, then I need to go and find a new gig, right? Because this is what I do. So that was my little rant, guys. This is Takeaway Friday. How's it going? Ine Dena. Yeah. So this is Takeaway Friday, guys. I'm going to talk to you guys about my takeaway of the week. You guys, for those of you who are following now, you guys know that on Mondays, I talk about Mindset Monday, having your mindset right. On Tuesdays, I do a little bit of marketing, right? Just stuff that I know, stuff that I do, stuff that I've done, and stuff that I do. I will not talk to you guys about stuff that I don't do because I don't think it's fair. Hena, is that how you pronounce it? Thank you. I hope I pronounced it right. Hena or Hena? Hena, I think. So I talk to you guys about stuff that I know, right? Because I mean, why mess with that, right? Why create BS? Like it is what it is, right? So on Tuesdays I do that. I talk to you guys about marketing. On Wednesdays I do a little, painting demo and whatnot. Thursdays I do a cafecito Thursday with my wife. She sits here with me in this little corner. We do a little cafecito. Cafecito means little coffee in Spanish, in español. And it's just it's time for chit chat, right? It's how do you work with your partner? That's on Thursdays. On Fridays, I do the Takeaway Friday, which is what I'm doing today. Now, guys, if you're an artist, you need to be doing this kind of thing. I'm not telling you, oh, do it exactly as I'm doing it, or be as, I don't know, as weird or crazy as I am. No, like, you got to be yourself. This is who I am, right? And it's not really who I am, like in this, like outside, I may be more quiet, but I have to extrovert myself to get myself known, right? To get my artwork known. Cafecito, yeah. So this is the kind of stuff you guys have to be doing. If you're an artist, or even if you're not an artist, I mean, you just can't escape this, right? We have to be creating content. We have to be showing ourselves and whatnot. And you don't have to do it, but I think you'd be doing yourself a very big disservice not doing something like this for your gig. whether you're a musician or you are a poet or you write, whatever type of artist you are, even if you're not an artist, especially I think if you're not an artist. Anyways, so the takeaway today, guys, is very simple, okay? I've talked about all of these things throughout the week, and it got me really to think about, man, like, I try to figure too. I'm still stuck in that figure. Not as much anymore, but I still get impacted, let's call it that, by that mindset. What I mean by the figure is, what should I do? What's the best approach? What is the next move, right? All of that is great. It shows that you care. It shows that you're an intelligent human being. It shows that maybe you're putting your ducks in a row. It shows many things, right? It talks about what where you are as a person and how disciplined and organized you want to be, right? So it shows you it shows your intelligence. Let's put it that way. The thing about that, what I've learned from me, right? Because you got to learn from yourself, guys. It's cool to learn from others, but you got to learn from your own experiences. What I learned from me is that, look, you just have to get yourself to do things. Man, if this is the lesson, right? You got to get yourself to doing things. It's not fast. It's not slow. Now, today, don't get me wrong, things are moving fast, so you gotta be a little faster than what you usually are, right? But it's not slow. It's not fast. It's just getting to do them, like just getting and start doing them. Now, this is the trap that I found, right? If you have something pressing you, like a commission or a painting, or you got to call a gallery, that's why I went like that. You got to call someone, or get back to a collector or whatever. The allergies have been bothering me, guys. Sorry, I don't have mocos. Maybe I do, but they're somewhere in there. But if it's something that's pressing you, right? This is where I think that we get confused. We're like, I'm gonna go work on my stuff, and I've talked about this before, but this is my takeaway on it. Okay, I gotta get to work on my studio. I gotta get to work in my Benadryl. Yeah, for sure, man, Benadryl. No, I'm using Zyrtec. My wife is like, you gotta get some Zyrtec. So I'm taking all these things, right? I have to work on all of these things. I have to get this done and that done and whatever. So the mindset automatically becomes, I have to work on things. And when you tell yourself, I gotta work on things, it's like the killer. That's where the thing goes wrong. It's the killer. I gotta work on things. No, you don't. You shouldn't work on things. You should stop thinking like that. You should retract from that. Like, yes, you work on things. It looks that way, but you shouldn't work on things. And this is the mistake that many of us make. We say, I gotta go work on that. No, you don't. You don't have to go work on that. You have to go finish that task. And people are like, well, Dad, to finish the task, you have to work on it. No, it's a different mindset. Working on it means that you're gonna mess with it. It's something that might take you half an hour, you'll play with it for 3, 4, 5 hours, or it will take you all day to get to it. Working on it is the wrong approach, guys. Jose Quintero Art says, my problem is always getting myself to sit down and start. That's everybody's problem. You're not alone. You're not alone, man. That's everyone's problem. I mean, just getting to, even if it's going to take you 5 minutes, the mind doesn't want to do it. So it'll be like, oh no, it's a drag. It's going to be like 3 hours. And it'll be something that'll take you like, not even like 2-3 minutes, whatever. Maybe you have to, like I say, call someone. Or the artwork. You think sometimes the artwork's going to take you forever. And once you start working on it, you're like, oh man, I'm actually pretty quick. It only took me a couple of hours to do this or whatever, or I don't know, however you work, whatever your gig is. Not everyone works like me. And again, vice versa, I don't work like everyone else. Everybody has their own thing, right? But I mean, Michelangelo, Dali, anyone, think of Dali. Look at how labor intensive those works were, and he got them done. He got them done because he moved the procrastination away. Now, I'm not just talking about not procrastinating. I'm talking about just doing the work, not just not procrastinating, but if you just start doing the work, you will start feeling and you will start seeing uh, this thing that empowers you because you start getting things done, right? So it's a momentum that starts happening. It's a momentum. Jose Quintero says something that I found out that works out is sitting down for 5 minutes, and from there I get hooked and then keep painting. That's it. Yeah, that's a great tool. That's a great tool to use that. To say I'm just gonna sit for 5 minutes and I'm not gonna move. And then you realize you don't want to move, right? Because now you made the commitment for at least 5 minutes. That's great. I have a friend who I've mentioned before many times. He runs like Ironmans and whatnot, and he's like, dude, don't even look at it like you're gonna do this. Like he's been telling me that I need to exercise. I guess he's been seeing me a little puffy. So he's like don't even look at it like that, dude. He's like just walk around the block once. He's like, I'm not gonna ask you to go run 5 miles or go walk a mile or whatever. No, like don't even do that. He's like, just go around the block once. He's like, the next day you're gonna want to go around the block twice, and on and on and on. It has to grow. He's like, you can't start like that, and then because you'll psych yourself out and say, no, I don't want to do this again. It's too painful. He's like, so you gotta want to do it, and the way to want to do it is that you start growing it. It's like a plant. So he told me, just walk around the block once, man. That's all you gotta do. Like, don't do anything else. Walk around the block once. That's all you gotta do. I was like, man, like this is like artwork. This is like artwork. All you have to do is just sit there for a little bit. All you have to do is just start doing anything. Nothing, even if it looks like nothing. Just get it going. It's beyond procrastination, because procrastination, it's that. But what I'm trying to say is, I hope I'm getting this message across, because every time I talk about this, people are like, I know, I get it. You talk about not procrastinating. Yes, and then a little further, because you may be working on something and maybe you're not procrastinating, right? Here's the second part of that. Now you got yourself to doing it, but you may just be working on something. This is one of the problems that you're like, man, I gotta package that painting, right? I gotta package that painting, and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta package that painting, and it might take you, instead of taking you, I don't know, 15 minutes or whatever it takes you to package a painting, one of your paintings that you have to ship out or whatever, it'll take you 3 hours before you get to it. It'll take you 3 weeks, maybe, hopefully not, before you get to it, right? Because you've not only procrastinated it, the thing, but you maybe got yourself to work on it, but now you're not engaged, is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about, because I'm going around and around and around. You're not engaged. So something that may take you 15 minutes, you because you're not engaged, you go, you get a coffee, you sit there, you look at the phone, and while you're packaging, maybe, or while you're painting, right? You take a pause and you're like, oh, let me see, and you look at the phone and blah, blah, blah. Something that might have taken you half an hour, 1 hour to create, it's now taking you 5 hours. And you're like, man, I don't have enough time. I can't seem to get things done. There's only one reason why you can't seem to get things done. It's so simple, right? The only one reason is that you are not engaged. Now, you got to the place, but you're not engaged. This is my takeaway, guys. Just start doing anything. And once you get yourself to do anything, like go in 100, 200%, whatever, however you can imagine it. Go in it hard and get it done. Your purpose is not to work on something. Your purpose is to get it done. To work on something is like you want to be cradled, right? You want to be rocked. That's working on something. Like if you're doing it as a hobby, don't listen to me. Keep doing that. But if you're doing it as a professional artist and you're trying to go to the next level, or you're trying to really, maybe it's a hobby, but you really want to learn how to do it right, you have to go beyond just doing it. You have to engage. Engaging means that you do it with full potential, full power, with everything you got. All the attention that you have. Now, when you put all the attention, everything starts making sense. You all of a sudden become smarter, you become faster, you become more intelligent because you're fully engaged, you're focused, right? It's better to focus on small segments as opposed to be like, oh, I'm going to go into the studio, and you go into the studio for 7 hours and do nothing, right? This has happened to me many, many times. It happened to me for years. Going to the studio, lock myself there. I used to rent studios downtown. Go in there, my art studio, 7 hours, nothing happened. All I did was just kind of mix paint, drink a little bottle of wine, talk to people, pretend that I'm an artist because I got stuff done, but it took a long time to get them done. This was the problem. It took a very long time to get them done. So I had work to back it up, that I was an artist. I had a studio to back it up, but I didn't have the work ethic. And that hurt me. It hurt my sales. It hurt my capacity to grow. And it hurt my mentality big time. The biggest thing that hurt was my mentality because I felt like a failure. Even though I was putting this front that everything was working for me, inside I knew I was failing at the game. Now, if you're doing it as a hobby, again, you're not failing at it because you're doing it for that reason. You're doing it to feel good and to have fun and blah, blah, blah. But if you're doing it as a professional artist, you need to elevate yourself from that. And now, whether you have fun or not, you got to do it. So that way, you're actually having fun all the time because you've elevated yourself, right? You get to a point where you're creating artwork and you're always enthusiastic. Whether you're having fun or not, or whether you're happy or not, you're enthusiastic, you're hopeful, you're moving, right? So here's another thing that says is I like the fact that you're real and straightforward when it comes to self-motivation. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I just need to start being real with myself. I think, for sure, man. I think that's what we need to do, all of us. We need to be truthful to ourselves and recognize, look, this is what I'm doing. Not necessarily what I'm doing wrong, because we can go on a negative rant, to ourselves, with ourselves. And you shouldn't look at it as what I'm doing wrong. Maybe there's moments for that. Okay, this is what's not working. But beyond that, what can I do? Because you're not doing anything wrong. Like, this is one of the things that I've learned also. Okay? If you're an artist and you're doing something, to advance your career, and you're doing it at your own pace, right? It's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're doing all the right things. It's that you lack information, right? You may lack information. That doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. You may be lacking information. For example, if you want to get a gallery exhibit, here's a little tip for you guys out there trying to get a gallery exhibit. Go talk to 10 different galleries. And more than likely, I'm almost 99% sure you're going to land one. But talk to them. Like, don't go and send an email. No, like, go talk to them. Go talk to them. Just talk to them. Start talking to them. Don't talk to one gallery if you want to land one. Come on, be realistic. Go talk to 10 of them. Go talk to 20 galleries, and you might end up landing 2 or 3 shows that year. That's how this shit happens. It's numbers. It's volume. You have to get away from the routine, from what you're used to. So, anyways, that little rant right there and tip was to let you guys know, look, you're not doing something. It's not that you're doing something wrong. It's that you lack information. I lacked information for a long time. I thought that in order for me to sell something, all I had to do was just open a little studio and pretend to be an artist and, I don't know, show up whenever I wanted to, not get back to collectors. Maybe someone asked me about a painting, a commission, never got back to them, was never aggressive about it. And what I mean aggressive was that you're highly responsible. I'm not saying that you're spammy. You're highly responsible. Someone says, man, I want to get a commission from you. Do you do commissions? I want you to paint this for me. And then people are like, yeah, sure, that'd be great. And then you never follow it up, and then you get upset at the person. You think that the person's the problem. The person's not the problem. And even if you follow up and nothing happens, the person's not the problem. The problem is that you were only talking to one person. You should have been talking to 10 or 20 people at the same time so you could land one commission a month. This is the problem with most things, most artists. And again, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. You're doing all the right things. Man, I'm talking to people. Man, the problem is that you're not talking to enough people. The problem is that you don't have the right information. Right? What makes sense for things to happen? The real numbers, real life, palpable, not imagined ideas that people talk about, like real things that are happening in the world. If you go talk to anyone, if you go have a job somewhere else that you're not an artist, I'm sure most of you have daytime jobs. If you have your daytime job, they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, well, let's say that you sell shoes at the mall. They're not going to be like, oh, well, it's because this was wrong. No, they're going to be like, dude, you didn't talk to enough people. You didn't stand in front of the door and waved at enough people. You didn't get enough people into the door, right? Into the door. You didn't talk to sufficient amount of people. A good number of people. What's a good number of people? Everyone is a good number of people. I don't think there's that number there. Anyways, let's remove this little tips / rants. I love giving tips with a rant, with a punch, kick in the pants. So, guys, again, today's Takeaway Friday. Things that I'm taking away from this week, and I wish you take away from this week too, through my experience and through your experiences also. Is that you just want to start doing whatever you need to do. You want to start it. And once you start it, finish it. Don't work on it. Like, see it completed. Okay? Got to do something. Don't say, I got to go into the studio and work. Oh, I got to get into the studio. I got to work on a painting. That's BS. Don't ever tell yourself that anymore. Say, I am finishing that painting right now. Put a specific timeline. Be specific about it. I'm not telling you to write it down and make it more of a mess in your day, because I've tried that and I've talked to high performance people who've done that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for most people. It becomes more cluttered, right? To get a note and be writing all of your, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? What do I have to do? Like, write the to-dos, but don't time them. Okay? This is what I'm trying to get to. If it works for you, keep doing it by all means. It doesn't work for me. So I write what I have to do. Like, oh, okay, that has to get done. That has to get done. This has to get done. Things, especially things that I know I'm going to forget, because there's so many things happening throughout the day, right? This has to get done. This has to get done. And then I become specific, right? I become specific. I'm not about time, like how much is going to take me, but I'll be like, dude, this is happening at noon. And when I have a little bit of time, right? And noon is not here yet. Let's say that I have to get something done today at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. is not here yet, but I already finished my next task. I'll jump to it. I'll go grab it, right? Essentially, I'm shrinking time. This is something that I learned from one of my mentors. You shrink time, right? I'll go grab that thing that is at 5 p.m. and I'll bring it. I'll grab it by the hair and I'll bring it to this moment and I'll boom, get it done right now. And just get it done, get it finished. This is how come a lot of people tell me, how are you doing all these things? I'm grabbing things from the future and bringing them right now. Like grabbing them and bringing them. Tomorrow I have a call and I have 5 minutes right now. F tomorrow. I'll get that call done right now. And then I'll grab it from tomorrow. And this is how you become extremely, your potential goes up so high, because you start believing in yourself. So anyways, that's a little tip right there for you guys. Grab from the future. That's why that great saying says, don't leave for tomorrow what you can get done today. It's a master, it's a high performance master saying. You got to go grab it. I like to say it like to be how do you say it? To be aggressive about it, I'll say I'm going to grab it by the hair and bring it to the present moment right now, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into the future and grab it and get it done right now. And I know it sounds a little aggressive. It sounds kind of like war, but it is war sometimes. Anyways, guys, this is my takeaway Friday. If you guys enjoy this, if you guys think maybe this sounds too militant for you guys, maybe this is not artsy-fartsy, I am sorry. I try the artsy-fartsy, kind of wait for things to happen, hope that everything goes well. Nothing happened for me. The moment I started going after it, everything started changing for me. I started getting sales. I started getting exhibits. People start talking about me. People are sharing my stuff with other people. It's the only way. But not just working not just working on things, getting them done. Okay? This is what you want to take away today. Don't work on things, get them done. Get to them. And once you get to them, don't work on them. Make sure that you have the mentality that this, I don't care if you may think, oh man, this is going to take me a month. It doesn't matter. Just give yourself 15 minutes. You may not going to take it. You may not going to get it done. It might be something that's going to take you a month. But act as if you're going to get it done right now. And watch this power happen. Act as if you're going to get it done right now. If you're going to wash the car, I don't know, for some reason you wash your car. Don't say, I'm going to wash my car. Oh, and you put some music and you enjoy, unless that's your gig, right? to have fun with it and enjoy it, that's cool if you're doing it for that reason. But if you need to get it done, like tell yourself, I'm going to get it done in 10 minutes. And maybe the car's not going to look like spotless clean and whatnot, but you're going to get it done. And it's going to rise your potential and your mindset. This is something that I learned from a mentor. He always talks about, look, perfectionism is always what people that procrastinate like to use. Because a perfectionist, basically what we do when we do that, we're stealing time. He calls perfectionists time thieves. We like to steal time. Well, I'm working on this. You're really stealing time. You're stealing time from yourself, from your family, and probably from your employer. And if you're an artist, you're stealing potential, right? For more outflow. Maybe you don't want to create more work, but maybe you want to talk to more people about the work you already created. So, you know what I mean? Just stop with the whole thing of, well, I'm going to work on something. Get it done. I'll leave you with that. Jose Trujillo is the name of the world's greatest living artist. The world's greatest living artist. I don't even know my own name. What's going on today? Guys, take care. Adios. Yeah, this is so cool. I always wanted to do this. Like, yeah. Take care, guys. Thank you so much. If you guys like this content here, give me some hearts. If you guys found any value, please let me know. If you guys have any questions, DM the heck out of me. I get back to people. I ain't stingy like that. I get back to people. I'm like, hey, what's up? What you doing? How's it going? I can't be like all day buddy, because I do have to make time to paint. But if you have a question that's pressing you, something that's like, man, I wish I know how to do this, or I'm having a hard time with this, let me know. Guys, no one's paying me to do this. This is fun, and it's also a way for me to talk to you guys about who I am, what I do. I'm an artist and getting my message out. I want to help people too. I don't just want to create artwork and be like, yeah, I'm creating it. If I wanted to do that, I want to be doing this. I also want to be able to impact people and share with people what I've learned and things that have things that I have had a hard time with, that maybe you're having a hard time with. And hopefully, I don't know, maybe you learn a thing or two. And you pass it on to someone else. So thank you so much. Adios, amigos.